Well, I have a reason for that.
Oh?
You'll see in a moment. Ta-da!
Oh! Well, thank you, Chikorita, for the raid. Welcome, raiders.
Welcome!
Oh, and thank you for the follow. Lunaris Slayer, is that how you say your name? Welcome, welcome everyone. Actually, Sign was just telling me about the game that Chikorita was just playing. About trying to park a car. That sounds really funny.
Yep.
Welcome. Thank you for raiding. Thank you for chatting. And thank you for the follows. Oh, is this Secret Tunnel? Is that how you pronounce your name? Welcome. So Sign and I will be playing this game called The Letter, which is a horror visual novel, which we've been playing for a long time. It's very long, very spooky, but also really cute at times. All right, Sign, take it away.
Relief washes over me as soon as the call ends. Every time I see games like this, it reminds me of Doki Doki or Course Party. Yep.
Oh, I loved Doki Doki. I loved it so much. I played it on my channel a long time ago. I know that that new version came out, but I heard it wasn't really worth, playing again because it didn't add that much.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame. I hope they make an actual sequel to it sometime. And Corpse Party, my girlfriend played it a while back, and I only saw a little bit of it, but it was enough to traumatize me, and I was like, nope, no, 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 thank you.
Yeah, that game is weird. Normally, I don't let myself a moment of respite in times like this. Gotta stay alert. Rebecca's still out there. Has yet to return any of my messages. But for the moment, I relish in it. This is probably the first time I've permitted myself to do so since last night. I hope you guys can hear me since I'm not alone in the room.
I think we can hear you. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Oh my god, so many people are following
Right?
you right now.
Wow, this is all thanks to you, Sign. Thank you.
You're welcome. Even the muscles in my shoulders have been complaining from all the tension I've taken on. It still annoys me that all I can do right now is grit my teeth and rush back to Isabella's apartment. Useless. That's what I am in the face of this.
Oh, poor Ash.
Aww. A mad dash around to Luxembourg and Anselm isn't going to help. Look,
Oh, another
it's not.
follow. Thank you.
It's not like I'll simply stumble across them on the side of the road during a drive. This city is too big a place for one person to go searching for only two people. Whoops. I'll be lucky if I even glimpse the hair of either of them. With one last hope, glance towards the open skies. I slip back into Isabella's apartment and close the door behind me. I might have already grown used to this, but the waiting will always be the hardest part. More so when it's the people you care about.
You're up early. I thought you left.
Ah, if only this was like under different circumstances that, him and her were there after like a night of cuddling or like a date or something,
Mhm. This is not the first time I've seen Isabella like this. Standing casually by her kitchenette, a ladle in hand, keeping an eye on whatever's stewing on the stove, while humming a soft tune under her breath. 5 years ago, it has become a common sight after the three of them, including Zach and Rebecca, found a mutual interest in cooking. After that, whenever our schedule allows it, one of them will invite everyone to dinner or lunch instead of eating out. But Rebecca prefers it that way. Selflessly. Zach's just too happy to be able to cook for everyone. Isabel, on the other hand,
Hold on, I want to raise your volume a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Okay, hopefully that will help.
Mhm. As long as there's food, she's happy. Me, I've been banned from the kitchen ever since the pressure cooker incident.
How about you, Sign? Are you banned from the kitchen or you think you can manage to cook something?
Eh, I'm not bad in the kitchen, but I'm not good either.
Yeah, me too. I can do simple stuff or just follow directions. Okay. Oh yeah, how did what was it? You were making bread last time. How did that turn out?
They're not good.
Ooh, yummy. Fresh bread.
Yes, easier times, good times. Right now, however, the scene brings an odd sense of normalcy, strange fit with all of the things going on around us. Not unwelcome, only bizarre, I suppose. Isabella doesn't follow up on her question earlier, but she does raise an eyebrow my way when I prolong to answer. For that, I only offer a casual shrug in response and a short answer.
I've checked with Zach and Rebecca. I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
I'll add in a quip or two for her. If the timing for a joke isn't off or doing so won't be inappropriate. I don't want to alarm her either. There's no reason to. Yet. Until Zach gets here or until I've reached an answer from Rebecca, whichever comes first. Nevertheless, it's clear she has plenty of questions. It's right there in the subtle crease between her eyebrows and the inquisitive gleam in her eyes. Curious as she is, though, she decides against voicing all of her questions out. Instead, she shifts her attention back to the stove and gestures vaguely with her hand in the couch's direction.
Well, if we're going to wait for them, don't stand around there. It's getting distracting.
You're just cooking. How am I distracting?
I don't know. Something might explode again, maybe. Zach's kitchen ban for you is also in effect here, you know. Now shoo, go.
He is banned from all kitchens.
Yep, like England.
Stop hovering. You'll ruin the food. I'll be done here soon.
You know, like how he's banned as well from everyone's kitchen.
Yeah, because he's always like, what, summoning creatures and stuff?
Or just burning the scones.
Yep.
She leaves no room for an argument by swatting the ladle at me. And just like that, I've been kicked out of the kitchen. Poor guy. Left with nothing else to do, I drift back to her tiny living space and slam down on the couch.
Like, I don't know, if it was me, I don't know, I guess it depends on your level of comfort, like how close you are with a person. But if you're there waiting while she's cooking, I would have taken it upon myself to help clean up a little, like take out the trash, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's what a responsible and kind friend would have helped her do.
Yes. Closing my eyes, I allow the noise from the television to guide my thoughts. The ones I've been keeping at bay, freeing them from the cage I've built around them so I won't have to think. One by one, they trickled back into my consciousness, each more frightening and unnerving than the other. So many things going on, so many things happening. The papers we've gotten from BRC doesn't provide any comfort either. Seriously, is there even a point to those after last night? What were asking those people do? If anything, it only proves there might be more copies of a dumb piece of paper. We have one here, but no. But how many exactly is there out there? More importantly, how do we get all of this stupid mess?
Ashton.
Damn it. I haven't had this kind of bone-weary exhaustion in years.
I don't want to think what might happen next in case I miss something. Shit.
Rebecca, Zach, Isabella.
They're all depending on me, and
Ash!
The voice snaps me out of my thoughts, abruptly wiping away everything running a racket inside my head. Suddenly, Isabella's there, crouched in front of me when I crack an eye open. I haven't even noticed the exact moment when I bent over and buried my head in my hands. Fingers when she stared at me like I fainted or something. The crease on her eyebrows grew deeper at my lack of response. Although she's merely staring at me without saying a word, her expression says everything. So much for trying not to alarm her with bad news.
sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. Don't mind me.
For a brief moment, she seems to accept that. Quietly, she shifts, stands up, and takes the empty space right beside me. All done without a single comment. Then the next thing I know, she's gently pushing a bowl in my hands.
Ooh, what's the food?
Mhm. The scent reaches me first, before I've gotten the chance to take in what she had just handed me. A faint, sweet smell of cocoa wafts from the dish.
What do you think that is?
Mm, I don't know, it could be anything.
Yeah, maybe a dessert?
Maybe. I mean, it's with cocoa, calming, comforting, despite the multitude of things bothering me. It smells like the kind of food you'll eat on a rainy day. Hi, twin.
Hi, twin. Welcome to the stream. How are you today? You haven't missed much.
Though from the get-go, it doesn't look as appetizing. Just woke up, okay. What is this even? Porridge? Why would you put chocolate in it? And milk drizzled on top?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, oh, is it supposed to be like oatmeal or something? But yeah, I've never seen oatmeal like that.
Yeah, I was thinking porridge as well. She tells me my tastes are weird, yet here she is handing me something equally as strange. In fact, she has already started digging in hers. I'm just not sure if the taste will be equally as appealing. Baffled, I glance her way. She offers no immediate answer, simply continues eating as she hasn't done so in a week, with her focus only on the television. She's not watching, however, just listening. As a background noise, voices from it seems too cheerful, a welcome distraction if anything. It's only after she has finished off the bowl that she acknowledged the question in my eyes. With a sigh, she cradles the dish on her lap and looks down on it. Briefly apart, then closes. By hesitation, so I don't push her. There's a distant air on her, as if she has remembered something that warrants a poignant thought. When she speaks at last, it's in a tone too careful, like she is still weighing her words, considering the proper phrasing for it. Yet sincerity underlies each syllable once they're out of in the open.
You should eat. Back at home, Mama would never let us leave the house if we haven't eaten breakfast yet. Even Papa has got an earful when he tried. So eat. You'll need it.
She returns to her food afterwards, while I can only stare at the one she has proffered not a few minutes ago, warm against my hands, tempting me to take a bite. Not that I don't appreciate this, but what good will this do? The second Rebecca's both out there. Who knows when that ghost will show up? Even in our dreams, we're not safe. But that's it, isn't it? We don't know when, and at present, we have a chance at respite. Maybe the only one we'll have, even if it's as mundane as sharing food between us, quietly, just side by side like this, without exchanging any words. The intent hangs unspoken in the air, something that probably goes as far back as the second she offered food. Still, in the end, Isabella's never put. Rather, she lets her own silence convey her. Whether I allow myself that break, she leaves it up to me. Oh boy, save.
Well, of course we're gonna take her offer. That would be rude if we didn't.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh, he's blushing.
yes.
Of course that went up.
Nice. Look
Our
how low his relation with Luke is.
Oh, yeah. It should be low. And then Marianne, because I don't think he's even really talked to her much.
I don't know if he ever met her.
Yeah, I can't remember either. And Hannah's is low too. That makes sense.
Mhm. Zach is tied out with Isabella now.
I ship him with either of it, so it's fine. Or
Yes.
both. OT3.
OT3. The words roll off my tongue, awkward and unfamiliar, far removed from those jests and quips we've shared. Yet she accepts this with a smile and nothing more, regardless of everything left unsaid. The sight of it brings comfort, more so than any generous offer of food can give. Though we both lapse into silence after as we finish our food, there is ease in this, in the muffled sound of Blackthorn filtering into the room, in the light streaming from her windows and the faint draft occasionally drifting, catching the loose tendrils of her hair, in the way her voice falters when she tries to form words. And despite the horror looming over us, I find myself wishing for the minutes to flow, for the seconds to last. But ultimately, he is the one who breaks it, softly after a minute's pause, in words mumbled under her breath. Sometimes silence simply compels us to speak.
I've been wondering, before last night, before Mama told me the news, what if what if Papa passes away despite everything? That sort of thing. I know it's not good to think about, but I also knew it was getting worse. Mama won't say anything, but I've always known that one day he'll eventually.
Lisa sighs her grip on the bowl she still holds tightens. There are no tears, but she might as well have them with how weak her voice was. Are there even any left?
I don't know what I'm going to do. Before, I can easily say it's because of Papa. Now, I don't have anything.
Oh, of course you do. You have Ash, and you have all your other friends like Rebecca and Zach.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You have that scholarship from Lux U.
And
Were you
that
going through my personal papers while I was sleeping last night?
Yes. I mean, no.
I don't really have to. You left it sitting in the open, right there on the table.
like there's still anything to hide. She snatches it away from where I've placed it back earlier. Except there's no anger or annoyance in her face when she looks at it and rereads every line with a pensive expression. After a short while, she folds it neatly along the crease and then sets it back.
So I had actually forgotten that she wants to. Her dream is actually to become a painter or an
Mhm.
artist, whatever. And I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So now that unfortunately her dad is gone, hopefully she'll, go back to pursuing that.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I don't even know if this will work out.
Well, if it doesn't, what about that exhibit you've been planning with Zach?
Do I even have to ask where you got that?
Zach sucks at lying. You have no idea how easy he is to read. It was all in his face when I asked about it. And anyway, if that doesn't pan out too.
I trail off, hesitating, measuring the weight of my next words. Genuine as they are, a part of me believes they're a burden, too heavy to impose upon her. Because no matter how much I want to say, they are not what I for here. It'll be selfish to ask that of her. More than anything, her family will always come first. I say it, nevertheless, if only to let her know that no matter what her choice will be, there will be people here whose lives her mere presence has changed. Mine, most of all.
Oh.
You. You have us.
Yes, Ash, yes. Tell her your feelings. I feel like
Oh,
I'm like a
sweet.
devil on his shoulder or something.
I can imagine that.
And you would be the angel on his shoulder, but you would also be encouraging him to tell her how he feels.
Yes, and he'll by what the heck?
It's like, we actually agree. Go ahead, tell her.
The world started her to a pause, and slowly she turns to me, her eyes wide, disbelief all over her face.
Oh, the music changed to something romantic.
Mm-hmm. But before regret forces an apology up my throat, her expression dissolves to something I can't quite place.
Oh. Okay. I'll read
There's
this.
the quote unquote porridge. We still don't
Mm-hmm.
know what it is.
After leaving their friends an urgent message, Ashton returned to Isabella's apartment. He found the girl already up and about cooking. Seeing his exhaustion, Isabella reminded him that he should take care of himself first and offered him food. With a muttered thanks, he accepted.
Something distinctly softer, more tender, familiar, almost in the same manner she glanced at me years ago, that day at the bridge.
Ooh, what day at the bridge? We haven't heard of this before.
I don't remember this being mentioned. However, I don't get the chance to figure out what it all means for her. May, maybe it's supposed to be a chance to figure it out or something.
Hmm.
All of a sudden, a knock breaks the moment, and just as fast, both our attention shifts toward the source.
No,
Maybe it's
Zach!
Jack,
Zach, you ruined the moment! No!
but at least we know he's safe.
Yeah. Unless Zach was like, hey, don't forget me, OT3.
Yes, before things can get fast, I stand up to open the door while muttering some flimsy excuse in the process.
Uh, I'll get that. It's probably Zach or Rebecca.
Really, I know we're in a pinch, but their timing can't get any worse. Unrelated frustrations aside, as I fling the door open, a whole chunk of the stone that has been stuck at the pit of my stomach simultaneously unseats itself. There in the hallway stands Zach, his hand raised ready for another knock. Although he's not at his most presentable at the moment, ruffled and drenched with sweat as he is, relief quickly washes over me like a tide. He's still panting when he pushes me aside and hands in. The second his feet crosses the threshold, He scans the place, eyeing what little he can see of the room from the doorway. When finds none of whatever he is looking for, he turns to me with a questioning look, one that has a hint of panic in it.
You said it was urgent. Did anything happen? Is it Becca? Bella?
Yeah, we almost got killed by a freaking ghost when we were in an elevator.
Yep,
Everyone's fine.
Probably. We still don't know about
Yep.
Becca, but we think she is.
yep.
Well, Becca's not here. She went somewhere this morning and hasn't answered any of my calls yet. But Isabella's...
I'm here, Zach. Morning.
His weight shifts at the same time the stiff line in his shoulder eases. Once Isabella walks up to us and welcomes him with a smile. He relaxes then, returns her greeting in kind. As soon as he has let out the breath he has been holding and the tension's finally off his body.
So, nothing's wrong? Why'd you call me here for then?
Oh boy. My explanation can wait. He has a lot of explaining to do. The fact that he went to Ansem alone for some god-forsaken reason warrants a proper one. Ghost or not, he's already been given a warning. It frustrates me to no end. This might be the plan he mentioned the last time we spoke. I get that he's worried about Hannah, right? Somehow they've become friends, but that's not the issue here. Not when there's a murderous ghost who might go after one of us at any given time. Sure, Zack made it here in one piece. By some dumb luck, he's alright, and this takes one off the list of people I need to worry about. Frankly, as annoyed as I am, I can't just stay angry at him when I look at the situation that way. Hell, if that call didn't connect in that exact minute, there might have been a chance he won't be standing here. This is a blessing in itself.
Yeah, I think he might have died if we hadn't gotten through to him.
Yep. So, first things first, some things still need to be discussed.
I feel like the first one is just gonna be us yelling at him, and the second one is
Yeah.
more heartfelt, so second one?
Yeah,
Okay. Aww.
oh,
A
cute.
ship, you guys! Why? Why didn't they give us a yaoi ship? I'm so mad.
Maybe in a DLC, although I doubt. Except when I open my mouth. The only thing that spills from it is my own relief. Despite myself, despite the rational part of my brain screaming everything wrong about Zach's neat little plan. We've had so many close calls within just a single night. Zach showing up in Isabella's doorstep, alive, whole, and unharmed. I I might as well take comfort in that while I still can.
You're okay.
Aw.
You did tell me not to do anything stupid.
But you almost did! You went there alone, and then you were gonna go crawling in through like a window or something because you heard a woman crying.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh my god, I almost forgot about that.
That would have been breaking the #1 rule of horror. You know, you don't go in if you hear someone crying. No, no.
Suddenly, the whole room feels too heavy, and all I am able to do is drop down on the couch. A headache also threatens to burst in the same moment, or perhaps this is what the release from anxiety feels like. Regardless, I reach out a hand to pinch the bridge of my nose, even if it will likely do nothing to alleviate the pending pain.
Christ, you were right there! We have this stupid curse thing going on, and you were right there! You just walked up inside a private property! Those people can easily sue you for breaking and entering, and that's the least of it.
Yep.
I know, Ash. But I can't just leave things as they are. I've got to do something.
God damn it, Zach, I was worried!
Pathetically, he laughs. In the half-hearted sort he makes when he's awkward or coming up with an excuse. A genuine one. One. Oh. Before my annoyance grows again and I snap at him, though, he suddenly catches me in a headlock.
Get him, Zach.
Yes, I want to see a CGI of that now.
Right? I wish.
His arms looping around my neck while he grinds his knuckles against my skull. Helpless, I squirm under his gripping protest. Even then, it's hard to do so when you're up against a 6-footer.
Zach!
Thank
Aw,
you
he's
so.
worried. Why didn't you say so? That cool act ain't gonna fool me anymore.
Let go!
He relents, soon enough, though only after he's done ample damage in my hair. I hate it when he does that.
No, he's like, no, my hair. That's funny.
But for a few moments there, the tense mood finally lightened up and everything felt like how it used to be before this whole mess began. Makes appreciating little moments like this easier. Still,
Seriously, Zach. Why are you even there?
Told you already. I was looking for you.
Why would I even go there?
Well, you mentioned a plan with Isabella here. I assume that's where you guys went, since that's where she found the letter. Sorry, I was really at a dead end.
the logic in it stuns me into silence, at least.
Yeah?
Mhm. Then I remember his hesitance, the tone he has taken before agreeing to go there, to go here, sorry. And all at once my anger from what he's done wins. Partly this is my fault for keeping things vague. I can't berate him for assuming that when I only left him with vague ends.
Oh, there it is! That's so cute.
Yes, so adorable.
Zachary arrived at Salemwell, tired and frazzled. Upon learning that he had come from the Ermengarde mansion that morning, Ashton could only express his relief that he was safe. An amused Zachary teased him for worrying, much to the other man's embarrassment.
Wait, hold on a bit. Okay, I'm back.
Okay, welcome back.
You could have called me.
I did.
I didn't receive any, and my phone was with me.
Yeah, I think the ghost was messing with their phones.
Mm-hmm.
You're kidding, right? I was at it the whole night.
The whole atmosphere in the room changes into heartbeats. Back again to the tension riddled one plaguing us. Zachary stares at me like I've grown another head. Gradually, he shifts his attention to Isabella. The expression in his eyes, questioning, asking for a confirmation, like my word can't be trusted, and I'm holding it against him. I can't even believe the things coming out of my mouth in the past few hours. Meanwhile, Isabella stays quiet. Has been like that for quite some time. She looks like she wants to disappear right now. Guilt, frustration, anger, fear, all of flashes fleeting across her face before it melts away under an expression of worry.
Please tell me he's joking. You were there?
No, we really didn't get any. Everything was quiet last night. But Zach, at BRC, Ashton and I saw.
She never gets to finish that.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City.
Abruptly,
Baggers watch out, can't beat me. Looking for
I'm
trouble?
sorry.
Better not lie.
Abruptly, my
I'm a
phone
cool
rings
dude,
again,
pretty fly for an
blaring its
Asian guy.
badly sang
Sup, I'm Ash
ringtone
from
throughout
Deluxe
the
City.
whole room.
Baggers watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble?
Both
Better
of them
not lie.
pauses,
I'm a
waiting
cool
when
dude,
I pull
pretty
it up
fly
to
for an
check the
Asian
caller
guy.
ID.
Sup,
It is
I'm Ash
Rebecca.
from Deluxe City. Baggers watch
Yep.
out, can't
I'll
beat
tell her
me.
to get here as soon as
Looking
she
for
can.
trouble?
Excuse
Better
me.
not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian
Without
guy.
another word,
Sup, I'm
slip
Ash
out
from
of the room and
Deluxe
answer
City.
the call.
Baggers watch out,
However,
can't
the tone she assumes isn't what I'm hoping to hear.
God, I love his ringtone.
Same.
It's just every time I hear it, I laugh.
Ashton, are you there?
Ragged, a bit out of breath. There's a tinge of urgency in it. Listening to her from my side of the line makes it seem like she has just run a marathon prior to this call.
Becca, where?
I got your message. What happened?
Nothing. Yet. Where are you?
Downtown. I had to make a quick visit to the library.
Yeah, just tell him, yeah, I just happened to be attacked by the ghost in the library.
Listen, Ash, about that thing Isabella has been talking about. There's something you guys need to...
Please tell me you didn't. Whatever. Save it for later. I'm at Salem Well. If you can get here as soon as possible, that'd be really great. This is related to that.
You're there? Is Isabella with you?
Yeah, Zach too.
With a quick press of the button, I switch on the loudspeakers and step back into Isabella's apartment. I hold out the phone towards the two, giving it 2 shakes, urging them to speak. Both are still carrying worried looks on their face. This should ease that.
Rebecca's asking for you two.
Becca? Is she okay? Hey, Becca!
Hello, Rebecca. Odd morning we're having, eh?
That's such a casual thing to say, considering what you've all been through.
Yeah.
Hey, you two. What's happening over there? Is this something I should be worried about?
We'll tell you once you get here. Please, hurry.
I don't like the sound of that, Ash. But I'm on my way. Give me a few minutes. I'm driving.
She mumbles a goodbye, then hangs up.
Yes, this is what I've been wanting. I wanted all of them to just reunite and come up with a plan and go on the attack.
Yep, same. Becca's the last person I need to account for. Yet that left an even more strained tension in the room. Thankfully, we don't have to linger in it for too long. I hope the TV isn't too loud.
No, you're fine.
Okay, she only takes a matter of minutes to get here, and the second she steps into the room, Isabella clings to her.
I'm so glad you're okay. Ashton checked on you this morning, but
Aw, achievement unlocked. Safe and sound. And it had these 3 faces.
Yay! Oh,
he
sorry.
did? I'm sorry. I was in a hurry. I didn't have time to drop by and let you know.
It doesn't matter. What's important is you're here.
It's been so long since we've had all 4 of them in the same room.
Mm-hmm. Watch the ghost jump them all in the room.
Right? That's what I was saying. I was like, but maybe it's a bad thing to have them all together. I don't know.
I thought it was strength in numbers. What happened to
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe it is a good thing. Maybe while she's attacking one of them, the others can attack her. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Not a part like Christoph brutally murdered somewhere. Paul, alive. Although she seems a bit shaken, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. At least now I can relax, ease the pressure off my shoulders, if only by some. But, but, ugh. But the minute Isabella pulls away from her, she winces. A small reaction, the younger woman doesn't even catch it. E pe partea elaltă.
Asta vine bânează telecomanda, ce nu mai nicio de călcârmă. Nu doarmă.
Hey, we get to hear some Romanian.
Yeah, my parents. Oh my god,
You okay?
just laughing here. It sets a precedent for a careful observation, nevertheless. A closer look at her reveals a much more disheveled than usual. We're in a bit of a mess. Probably flattened in a hurry. The back of her dress also shows stains of dirt in places she rarely gets into. She's also learning. No, she's also leaning more on using her left arm. She's right-handed. Perhaps the most telling is the slight limp she has, noticeable once Isabella leads her into the room.
I
Oh,
guess.
I said the whole sentence wrong.
You're okay. I guess she did get slightly injured from her fight with the ghost.
Yeah. She did practice book food though.
Yeah.
It all sprouts a hatful of questions, not hateful, hatful. What exactly happened and how she ended up in that state? Pretty sure a simple trip to the library won't do that. I grab for her arm before she can walk past, carefully to avoid hurting her, in case there really is an injury. Seems like it at first glance, but you can't be sure until after a careful examination has been made. I suspect some bruising at least. Although minor internal fractures aren't out of the equation, they have a nasty way of staying hidden.
So I was thinking, and I'm thinking the reason that out of all of the attacks that the ghost has done, that the reason that Rebecca's the only one who's actually like injured from it is probably because you know how the ghost like really grabbed her and attacked her?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking she did it because she was angry that she saw how close Rebecca and Luke got.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, you witch, you stay away from my man, you know?
Yeah. Sure enough, Becca dances immediately upon contact. Tries to pull back, although the sudden gesture only elicited another wince, forcing her and Isabella to a halt. Both of them turn to be almost the same time, their eyes searching Maya for answers. Rebecca, for her part, doesn't appear quite pleased with the interruption, or the fact someone has brought it to light. But that someone also has to make sure.
I mean, this one's
And
obvious, just like with Zach. We're not gonna be rude. We're just gonna ask
yeah,
if she's okay.
yeah,
You okay? You're limping.
yep. As expected, she tries to hide it. This time, when she squirms from my grasp, it's with enough force. She almost stumbles back if I hadn't caught her by the elbow. Even with two more people shooting her concern, she's swift to shrug it off.
It's fine. I just had a little accident.
Little accident. Hard to believe when her other arm's nursing the supposedly fine arm. Isabella doesn't buy any of it either.
In a library? Well, yeah. It kinda caught me off guard.
Something's happened there, hasn't it?
I don't have to elaborate on the question further. Shortly, she goes very still and the hand placed over her right arm shifts ever so slightly. Its grip on the lymph, not too firm to hurt, but just enough for a gesture of comfort for herself. Wearily, she casts a glance at everyone in the room, but only the one she spares for Isabella lingers longer, and in that moment, something unspoken passes between understanding. It strikes me seconds later how utterly familiar her expression is. It's the same one I've seen far too many times in Isabella. Since that day at the movie house, every time her attempts to warn us have been so rudely dismissed.
Okay, then this is the moment, you guys. This is the moment that Zach and Isabella and Rebecca finally should be given an apology. You know? Especially Isabella.
Yep.
The Ash has to be like, you know what? You guys were right. I'm sorry. I wasn't listening. I was wrong.
Let me see.
Can we? We have to check if it's bad.
Rebecca hesitates for a moment. Then, after a minute of consideration, she sighs and reaches for the hem of her sleeve, raising it just enough for Isabella to take a good look at it. Not swollen, but a large portion of her skin started to turn an ugly shade of purple.
Oof.
Oh, that is gonna be one hell of a nasty bruise.
Tell me about it. It was a library cart that hit me. You know, the old metal ones they keep near the history section.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Ouch! Like I said, nasty.
But she's there? She went after you. Yeah, I was in the archives, looking something up. Suddenly, she was just there. Well, she was using my own students against me. What kind of terrible, terrible person does that? Oh, it makes my blood boil.
You should have just ran. That woman's not something you can hit with a book.
Ah, but she did.
And yes, she did.
Just to show you, Ash, how lame you are. You didn't have your gun, but you could have at least done something. You didn't hit her or nothing, man.
Yeah, he was just like, hello, anyone there? Like,
Right? Oh, we were so mad at him last time.
yeah, same.
Laugh it up, Ashton. I did. Then the bloody cart came out of nowhere. And you know what? If it weren't for a damn book, I would be dead by now.
Yes, the power of book fu.
To Ashton and Isabella's relief, Rebecca later called back. Soon she showed up at Salemwell, looking worse for wear. When the detective asked about it, worried, all the redhead could give was a frustrated answer. Fortunately, before the topic turned grim, Isabella stepped in. I love these images.
Same. Silence descends in the room as the gravity of that one word hits all of us. Dead. Another close call. Another would have. Another one we've narrowly avoided. How long can we keep this up? Until the final chapter.
Yep.
We're bound to break at one point. No normal human being with a sane mind can last like this. It's a miracle Isabella hasn't cracked it. After all, she was the one who found that letter. I've expected her to have caved in by now, yet her voice, calm and composed in the face of this, is what cuts through the thick air.
I'll go get a cold compress for that arm. You guys take a seat first. Ashton and I, we have a lot of things to talk about.
That marks the end of it. At least for the time being. And as soon as Isabella returns and hands Rebecca the cold compress she promised, we get straight down to business. Surprisingly easy, considering the rigid air in the room. Although there's some tense fumbling for words at first, the whole conversation gets in once what happened last night at DRC has been put on the table. All at once, everything we've brushed off, carelessly ignored, rudely dismissed, have been laid off for close scrutiny. Zach's encounters with a woman in his dreams, Rebecca's close brushes with death every time she appears, the dread, the fear, the terror she brings out even in the bravest of us. Everything. Because no matter how bleak this all seems, there must still be a way out of this. There has to be, logically damn. Or at least that's what Isabella and I would like to believe. Ah, finally silence.
All right. So we are at the hour mark, so I will be taking over.
Hey,
Do you want to get some water? Take a little break?
yeah, but at least it's quiet now.
That's good. Did they go to bed?
They got to their room, yes.
Ah, okay. All right, we'll take 2 minutes to just grab some water, and then I will start reading.
Grab your water, stretch a bit. Be right back.
Yep, BRB. Okay, I'm back. You back yet, Sign? Guess not. Oh, this game. Well, I hope everyone's doing well today. Enjoying the stream, enjoying the end of, well, I was gonna say the end of summer, but then I remembered that unless you're in the US, that your seasons are probably different. It might not be summer wherever you are. But it's almost the end of summer here in the US, and I'm excited. I like fall a lot. It's my favorite season. The leaves and everything look really pretty when they change colors. Less bugs in the air, because I get bitten by mosquitoes all the time. So this whole summer has been torture for me. Anytime a door opens, they just come in. Anytime I go out, they attack me. I had to put, you know, mosquito repellent on all the time, and that bothers my skin after a while. So it's definitely gonna be great once they're gone. I can live again. Be like, I live. Let me save here just to save here. I'm glad that everybody met up and we all talked. You know, they all talked things out. Finally. I still think that he should apologize to them. Just have no idea how they're gonna stop this ghost. Maybe they have to burn the mansion down. That's like literally the only thing I can think of. If the mansion and the letter, just burn them both, and hopefully that will solve the problem. But they have to get Marianne out first, because she's in trouble. We know she's locked in the dungeon or whatever. Okay, welcome back, Sign.
Welcome back, senpai.
Thank you. Yet, even as the cold morning light shifts to the warm hues of late afternoon, and eventually night, none of this still makes a frickin' damn sense. Darkness has fallen, but we're still nowhere near figuring things out. If anything, we're more at a loss than we've ever been before we even started this. The next thing I know, frustration rears its ugly head, and the sheets of paper I've been holding smacks the table harder than I've intended. The sound of it echoes loudly in the small room, and everyone simply falls silent. Along with it is a release of another long-held breath. Perhaps the 100th since this morning.
We aren't getting anywhere at this rate.
Don't just drop it. There must be something in this we aren't seeing yet.
It's an odd thing to hear from her. The very words I've been telling myself every single time I find myself facing a dead end. We can use a little of the optimism right now, I guess.
I know, but what are we supposed to be looking at here in the first place?
Well, we already looked through those files. You're the one that picked them out last night, right?
All of them? I'm pretty sure every person we've checked in there isn't necessarily involved. One client possibly died of old age. Remember, you found that dumb paper.
Not so dumb if it can kill all of us.
Very funny, Z-Man. Anyway, like I said, you discovered that paper right before the open house. No one else was allowed inside during that time. It's too broad of a scope if we include every single person. In fact, the only notable ones are C and Jean Marie.
But if we're going to include them in the count, shouldn't there have been more than enough people to end this freaking curse already? How does this thing even work?
Yeah, okay. They went in and out of this place. But no, you still don't get it. What I'm trying to say about those clients is...
Maybe there's more than one of it. Even my friend, the priest from the cathedral, he's been acting strangely.
Oh yeah, he did freak out.
Yeah, remember that.
Father Norman? Him too?
Yeah, I visited him a few days ago. He was hysterical. They think he's sick, but I have a feeling what might the real cause be.
I knew it. I shouldn't have asked for his help.
He was only trying to help too. It's not your fault. There might be more than one of that paper going around that we don't know about. More to this. I mean, look at all this stuff Rebecca brought with her. Apparently our teachers have been lying to us all these years. So who knows?
Hey, now don't blame us. Blame the bloody books they wrote.
Quietly, Isabella reaches for one of the papers Rebecca has brought with her and carefully inspects the words printed on the page. A copy of an old newsprint from even before the city has been founded. Her eyes narrows with each line it passes, but lingers at the illustration of the noblewoman's servant.
Why do they have to keep this in the restricted section?
Rebecca merely shrugs at her inquiry, but her own annoyance seeps through her answer.
How should I know? I wasn't even aware we have archives that go as far back as this. This is before the city was even founded. As a matter of fact, if it weren't for Andrew's help, I wouldn't have gotten my hands on any of it. Maybe they didn't think it would be important to talk about it. After all, this is more Anselm's than ours.
That or some old bugger's hiding something.
Yeah, I believe that.
Hmm?
Why else would these tell a completely different story? Revising what's written seems a useless endeavor on its own when you have nothing to gain from it. Thanks to those, we're also missing a lot of things here. All we have to go with is the mansion, the letter, and all the stuff selfish people have been keeping from the public. But what else? Somehow, even with all this information in hand, it still feels like there's something we're overlooking. At present, everything seems to point to where this all started. The Ermengarde mansion. Will bringing the letter back there fix everything? Fuck. How do I? The mansion's a private property now. Can't just waltz in there. I'd rather die before I even think of begging Wright to let me in and investigate the place. One thing's very clear after these last 2 days, however. We're not safe anywhere, and I have to act fast if I want to keep my own friends alive. We can't keep running away. Oh, hold on a sec. Okay, sorry about that.
I'm back.
Okay. Sooner or later, she'll get us. Before that happens, I have to put an end to this. Sighing, I stand up and stretch out the kinks in my back after several hours of sitting. We've been at this for too long. A break is needed. Time to let everything just sink in, or else we'll all burn out. I know I will, and it's another thing I cannot let happen when they're all counting on me like this. Albeit unspoken, it's in their eyes as they look up at me, waiting.
We've been at this since morning. We should take a break for a few.
Oh no.
Oh god.
What the hell is that sound?
Is it coming from the wardrobe?
Maybe? It sounds like she's either dragging something or scratching something.
Yeah,
Oh god.
wood or something.
The rest of
Or
it.
like tapping with her fingers on wood or something.
Yeah. The rest of it never makes it out of my mouth as something heavy and grating sounds from the far end of the room. A harsh, booming noise rending through the eardrums of everyone in the room. Yeah, she don't care that they're all there. She's just gonna attack them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
All at once, the three of them are on their feet, while I quickly palm for my gun on the table. Oh, now you have your gun.
Mm-hmm.
However, before I can pull it up and remove the safety, the whole racket stops. Stillness descends in the room. And amidst the sudden hush, the four of us exchange anxious glances. So much for a break.
Ashton, that might be.
Gather everything.
No questions asked. They waste no time getting to work, piling up the documents we've been reading through. Even Isabella's unusually silent as she gathers everything in her arms. Her own movements sharp and precise, a deep furrow in her brow. There's fear, but something hardened and urgent overshadows it. But the moment doesn't last. Before we can even finish, another noise ups the tension already gripping the place. Oh no, you were right! Suddenly, the lights go out, and the wardrobe at the end of the room rattles, as if something inside begs for freedom. Get out of there!
Oh God. No one thinks that maybe Marianne ended up in the wardrobe somehow, but I doubt it.
Cautiously, eyes glued to it, I take a step forward, and I release the lock from my gun. What? No! Just leave!
Mm.
Don't open it!
Oh my God, just leave the wardrobe. Leave the room.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm no trigger-happy person. I'm not even sure if this'll work on a ghost. But right now, its smooth surface against my palm, with a trigger on my finger, provides the closest thing I have to relief as I approach the closet.
Ashton, what are you doing?
I don't think that's a good idea. We should just...
Worried as they all are, they immediately stop at the slight raise of my hand. But the edge is there, while they all huddle in the space between the door and the room. In case this goes south, whatever I find inside, they have enough time and space to run from their position. In 2 deep breaths, I've crossed the room and stood in front of the closet. You idiot!
I know you're talking up about yours, but that doesn't mean we want you to get smoked.
Right? Whatever's inside has yet to stop thrashing. Instead, it has now moved to banging at the door, louder and louder the longer I dally.
Um,
Another shallow breath.
oh my God, he's going to die.
Ugh. A glance at my companions. A nod. No! I don't want. I don't.
Oh God.
Something creaks. Then, in the next moment, I'm grasping at the handles and swinging the doors wide open to reveal nothing.
Oh my God.
Oh, this is horrible. I hate this.
Uh, same.
Right away, I part the clothes hanging on it, and still none. No ghost. She's probably behind you guys now.
Yeah.
No woman. Not a single trace of whatever, whoever's inside.
Ghost is a troll, yep.
Confused, I glance back towards my companions. I bet she's behind them.
Mm-hmm.
Only to see them mirroring the same expression on my face. The noise has finally stopped, but I'm quite sure it isn't my imagination. Or maybe it is, and I'm just too strung up that my head's now making things... Why do you assume you're imagining things, sir?
Oh my God. The ghost is playing us like fiddles.
Yep. Yes, she is a troll, twin. Whatever the case is, we need to get out of here as soon as possible. This only confirms we aren't safe anywhere. Without bothering to close it, I moved back, ready to leave, adrenaline now coursing through every vein in my body.
Why is in the wardrobe?
Right? He should have closed it! Oh no. In the next second, I'm barking orders and...
We should go. Everyone, we need to... Ah!
I knew it! I'm sent sprawling on my back as something cold catches my ankle and yanks. Oh, is she under the bed now?
Oh my god. It's like the boogeyman. Oh.
Oh no. This is a quick time, isn't it? No!
Well, time to save. I feel like we're so close to finishing the chapter though.
Right? Ooh, okay.
But I don't know, the one video that I found, I glanced at it, not watch it completely since it's on another path. And according to it, we're halfway. But only because we're on another path than the video.
Ah. The resulting fall knocks the wind out of me. When even your gun doesn't save you from getting flanked.
Yep.
He dropped his guard like an idiot. I just knew she was gonna do something.
Hmm.
Pain racks my whole spine and the back of my head as it collides against the floor, with force enough to dislodge my own brain from my skull. Ooh.
At least he's not alone, but
Yeah.
I wonder what will happen if he was.
Right?
Like the others were dead.
Oh, then maybe he would die right here.
Hmm.
A moment lasts before stars fade from my vision. Oh no.
Oh boy.
And then I sense it. Cold tendrils twisting around my ankles, the smell of vile rot assaulting my nose, nauseating, sickening. A foul smell, draining every feeling in my body. The moment her horrid laughter, still as unpleasant and vicious as the last time I've heard it, reaches my ears, my eyes snap open.
Oh god.
Oh god. Perhaps it's just inexperience. Or maybe my mind's still attempting to comprehend this. No, I don't want another QuickTime event. You guys suck.
Everybody, the cast should stick together to minimize hunting the ghost. Yeah, we don't do this here.
Regardless, the minute my eyes land on her, the whole of my body freezes. The gun in my hand turns useless as my grip on it slackens. No! Ash, come on!
I
Damn it.
mean, that move, buddy.
Right? You're a freaking detective or whatever. Come on, man. We finally had a gun. It would be nice to shoot her. It's in the manner her gaze bores on me, I'll say. The look of utter hatred and malice. I've seen it loads of times. From suspects, mostly murderers, who never regretted their actions despite being caught. This is the face of someone you can no longer reason with. And I know the moment she laughs again and starts dragging me towards her, it's already going to be the...
Ashton! Snap out of it!
No. I can't die here. Not yet. The haze fades from my mind, and instinct kicks in then and there.
Everyone out! Get out! Get out of here!
With one powerful tug, I yank my foot out of her grip and scramble back to my feet, ignoring the piercing wails she fills the room with.
Why Professor Layton to give him pointers? Bruh, acting like a rookie with the amount of mistakes he's making.
Yep.
Yeah.
Within the span of a second, I'm gunning for the door, grabbing the wrist of the first person my hand can reach and leading everyone out.
Wait, what about the gun?
I hope he didn't forget it. Into the hallway. Down the flight of steps. And right inside my car. I waste no time flooring on the gas pedal the second the last person closes the door behind them, and in a short while I'm driving us out of Salem Well. I don't even entertain the thought of winding down just yet.
You could give Russian fencing lessons. Yep. Where's Professor Layton when you need him?
Right? Even as the last of the woman's painful cries fade into the night. With the help of his friends, Ashton tried to find a way to free themselves of the curse, piecing together what they currently know. But before they could figure it out, a ruckus coming from Isabella's closet broke the silence of the room. Did the ghost just let him escape? Kinda. You think she has a crush on him? Or maybe she saw his gun and she was like, I don't know how much I want to mess with him.
Yeah.
A dreary downpour starts off the Monday. Although it doesn't last for more than an hour, the dark clouds lift just after the sun peaks over the horizon. Brief as it is, the rain has significantly dampened the park's usual cheery vibe. Mornings like this often mark the start of another bad week. An arrest gone wrong, another investigation leading to a dead end, or some truly fucked up shit being called in. Like that one time I was dispatched to a scene where a guy gouged his own eyeball out and almost ate it? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Holy crap.
That reminds me of a game, but I once spoiled which game. You have to play it.
Uh-oh. Ah. I'm intrigued. Was a few chews away from swallowing it, in fact. Lost my dinner that day.
Ooh.
Fun times.
Of course, I doubt anything can top getting cursed by a damn chain letter of all things.
I mean, she wasn't afraid of the gun when she decided to jump him underneath the bed.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe she does have a crush on him. Because she was going after everybody first before she even started to bother him. And that's why he didn't even believe she existed until later.
Yep.
She's like, oh, I want to save the cutie for last. This is the sort of stupid thing people pass along as a prank through emails and text messages, for fuck's sake. A ghost chasing after you just puts the icing on that cake. So far, all we've done is run, snoop about, read stuff, and run again. It frustrates me to no end how we're still no closer to an answer. Even my car reflects the state my mind is in. photocopies of documents litter every available surface, scattered all over the place, spilling from the passenger side and into the back seat, making an entire mess of what little space there is. Not that I'm any better. My last shower was 24 hours ago. I haven't slept at all, and my last meal was that chocolate porridge thing Isabella offered. The way I am now, I'll definitely get a scolding.
I didn't
Rebecca.
know the I didn't know the ghost was a Dead by Daylight player.
The ghost is something else, man. She's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Rebecca will definitely give me an earful and tell me to take care of myself better. Say that I'm killing myself on the job. I can already hear Isabella complaining of how dark the bags under my eyes are getting, and about how I reek and how I need to shower pronto.
I can rest easy when this is all over.
Where is everybody else then? It's not that I can't feel the pang of hunger. With that woman chasing after you, it's difficult not to feel anything other than horror.
Far and the spirit could be good friends. Yeah, I think so.
Ugh. When they came out with the spirit, I remember I was so mad because she was so similar to this ghost.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, no.
The little ghost is haunting. He's haunting us.
Yep. The rush of adrenaline coursing through my veins in my desperation to survive. In fact, I can still sense the ghost of her touch from last night. Her bony digits wound tightly around my ankle, and that horrid smile she has on her as she pulls me closer. The memory's enough to send a shiver up my spine and make me antsy. Perhaps the only thing comforting about this is the sight of my gun nearby. Oh, at least he has it.
Mm.
From my dashboard, sunlight glints off Ophelia's surface. You named her Ophelia? Normally, I keep it hidden in a compartment. Luxborn police regulations only allows authorized people to carry firearms, and even those are limited. I do have that authorization. But I never really saw the need for its use when the standard issue tasers are more than good enough to incapacitate anyone. If not, I can always throw them on their back. Those judo lessons Dad forced me to get as a kid has its uses too. On a ghost, though, all of those will probably yield the same result. They're all useless. I might as well use a stick. However, it's the feeling of ease I'm after, or what little of it I can gather from it. The awareness that I, at least, have something to protect myself with, in case things go wrong. That I can still protect the people who are still depending on me, despite the missteps I've taken. It doesn't take the edge off, though. The feeling that your whole body has been strained far beyond its capacity. Frankly, I'm already running out of steam. The only thing pushing me right now is knowing someone's still depending on me.
So many story updates.
Yeah, they're doing that just because every time he says something like that, it means that we know his friends are still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Missed opportunity to not name his gun Watson.
Mm-hmm.
A stretch is still in order, though. I've been sitting here since last night.
Well, since his car who is named Sherry or something.
And then the gun is Ophelia. Soon I step out from my car, closing it behind me with a thud as I take in my surroundings. The rain did wonders. The morning air feels crisper and cooler than it has ever been in days. For once the weather seems to be taking a turn for the normal. Luxburn normal. In the distance, beyond the buildings lining the horizon, dark clouds are blowing in.
A storm might be due this evening, give or take.
So we're on the 30th? Or are we on the 31st?
31st.
So I think this
Also
is...
Monday.
So far, this is like the latest we've gone, because we haven't seen anything for this day yet.
Mm-hmm.
A shame for the people looking forward to Halloween tonight. I'm just not sure whether this is something I can look forward to as well. Still, I bask in the change it brings. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, taking in the peace, as if it'll be my last. But as with all the good things, the quiet shortly comes to an end. Not necessarily a bad end. The chatter reaches my ears first, halting my movements. Sure enough, when I glance up, I find them. Zach, Rebecca, and Isabella, just as they've entered the park grounds, bags of convenience store food in hand. Okay, that's good. After last night's flight from Salemwell, we've elected to stay the night here, unsure if our own homes will still be safe. Normally, we'd all be adverse to the idea of spending the night outside like this, but panic and distress has tainted that decision. It's not like any of us has gotten an ounce of sleep anyway. On the off chance one of us did, it only lasted but a second, or it's a fitful one. But looking at them right now from afar, it's easy to mistake them for a group of friends out on a day out. Isabella's gesturing wildly with her arms as she talks. Something funny or amusing, probably, but it's soon followed by Zach's booming laughter and Rebecca's giggles. Their voices fill the atmosphere with light air, temporarily easing off the disheartening mood. Yeah, I was like, of course the ghost is gonna have the final showdown be on Halloween.
But then again, why do you have 1st of November? Unless that's
The
epilogue.
epilogue, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Michael Myers and the ghost gonna hang out?
Maybe.
It's easy to pretend we're not knee-deep in a life and death situation the way we're acting now. If anything, it's only their appearance that betrays that mask. Slightly disheveled, bags under their eyes, an exhausted curve in their shoulders, and dragging footsteps. But the closer they get, the more obvious these signs are to the naked eye. Zach tosses an energy drink my way the moment the distance allows it. So, I'm trying to see... Okay, so Marianne was trapped in the jail cell or whatever, in the dungeon, on Friday, October 28th. And here we're all the way here now, so I'm worried about how she's doing.
Same.
That's a long time.
That's 3 days we haven't heard.
Oh boy. Zach tosses an energy drink my way the moment the distance allows it. Isabella hands me the other bag she's holding before seating herself on the edge of the fountain. The scent of warm food immediately wafts from the bag when I open it, carried further by a passing breeze. Whatever sweet sauce they drizzled over this pork wannabe, it smells heavenly. Hell, even the sorry-looking vegetables seem appetizing. I mean, they both stalk your ass. The only difference is Michael will at least make it quick, whereas the ghost will take her sweet time doing the deed. Yeah, probably. You see, she likes to torture us.
Playing cat and mouse.
Yep. Despite myself, without even checking exactly what this is, hunger swiftly takes over every rational thought. I dig in without waiting for them to start. The rest of them appear to be of the same mind, too. Soon enough, they also start with theirs. No casual talk while we fill our stomachs, our empty stomachs. Exhausted as we all are, food is something we can't forego. Starvation dulls the thinking, weakens the body. If we are to survive this, we're going to have to take care of ourselves first. In a matter of minutes, we're done and dumping the empty cartons on a nearby waste bin. Along with it is the shift in the mood. Back to dismal. Back to the problem at hand. The comfortable atmosphere from minutes ago was nice while it lasted. Admittedly, I've missed these kinds of moments between us. We never had the chance, always busy on some project or work, the things we've taken for granted. Now we're realizing how valuable they are. The world has an awful sense of humor. While the one we've just had is short-lived, it's another thing I want to look forward to if we ever free ourselves from this damn curse. I'd like to believe there's a way. For now, we have to focus back on the present. This. Dead people. The letter. The curse. It's not simple to bring these up, but necessary.
What now? Where do we go from here?
It's not a question directed at anyone in particular, but they all look to me as if my face has all the answers in the world. I used to think so, back when I was at the top of my game, and I'm still sure of, or I was still sure of everything. I think that's a typo. Now there's just uncertainty, sullying whatever decision I come up with. At some point, logic has simply stopped working here, and we've started grasping at straws. Along with exhaustion, fatigue, and stress, we have enough kindling to get a fire burning.
Now that I'm thinking about it, now that I think about it, didn't Marianne, or was it Rebecca, called Marianne when
I think Marianne called Rebecca.
yeah, but I can't remember on what day it was.
Let me see. Check the journal. I think it was this day. Yeah, on the 27th she called her.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm worried about her.
But this is not good.
Yeah.
Looks like they're arguing about what to do.
Mm-hmm. The music too.
Yep. The not so pleasant kind of fire.
Well, first, we can't just stay here. That much is obvious.
But we can't just keep running like this either, Becca. Sooner or later, she'll...
As if we have a choice. We can't even go back to our own homes because that thing might get us. No, we're safe.
But dying is the last thing I want to do right now, Isabella. Not to a stupid chain letter you were too gullible to pick up, bring with you, and show to everyone.
Ooh, no.
Ooh.
I was worried this would happen. Why did it have to be Rebecca to do this?
Yeah. Blaming Isabella.
Ugh.
I didn't do it on purpose. Becca, had I known, I wouldn't have.
Hey, you two. None of us want to die to this. Just
Thank
calm
you,
down.
Zach.
We ain't getting anywhere shouting at each other.
Whose side are you on, Zachary?
Oh no, come on.
No one's. But we can't just say it's her fault. She did warn us not to open it. And both you and Ashton.
Uh-oh. Now sounds like
Okay.
he's blaming them.
Yep.
That doesn't exempt her from any blame. She's still largely responsible for it.
Oh my
And
god,
you're
they're
not?
playing.
Oh no, the angry Isabella face.
Yeah.
I didn't
They're
say
playing.
that. Do you really think I don't blame myself for this as well?
They're playing who to blame.
Yeah, this is not good.
Mm-hmm.
I know they're stressed and they're scared and they're sleep deprived, but this is not good, guys.
Yeah.
I tried to warn all of you. None of you listened. Now you're blaming me for something I kept telling you guys since day one? You're just as responsible for this as I am.
So now, you're throwing it back at us. We wouldn't even be having this problem if you're...
Will you two cut it out? This ain't the place for I don't know, petty squabbles.
If you don't want to get caught in it, then stay out of this, Zachary.
Oh, come on, Ash, say something.
Yeah, he's
Oh no,
keeping-
Zach. Don't stop her. Let her say it. I'm sure she has plenty more to say. If I didn't know any better, she's already. Already what? You want me to say it? Out loud? That I find you in this whole thing?
All right, that's enough!
Finally.
Thank you.
Everyone, shut up!
They all falter to silence at my words, and an awkward, stifling mood descends between us. I do not mean to shout, to snap at them, to add to that kindling. Not in a moment when any time, anywhere she might get to one of us. We're all in the same boat, yet here we are playing the blame game. Little by little, we're falling apart, caving in to the pressure, to the bleak situation we're trapped in. Did that ghost mean for this to happen? To divide each of us. Each of us. So she can pick us off one by one right after? Who knows? Anything's possible now if her kind can exist. With the fire burning between us rising as high as it does now, I'm afraid, deathly afraid, that the possibility might come sooner than I can figure all of this out. Fuck, I still can't think straight. I can't even believe the next words coming out of my mouth. That out of everyone, I have to be the one saying these to them. This is more their forte than mine. Keeping the peace, placating everyone, while I unintentionally aggravate people with badly chosen words. Funny how fast the tables have been turned after just one unfortunate incident. How am I even supposed to cope?
If we all want to get out of this mess in one piece, we're gonna have to cool our heads first.
After spending the night at the local park, Ashton and his friends tried to figure out what their next step will be. However, coupled with fatigue and stress, the conversation quickly went downhill. Frustrated, Ashton walked out, suggesting they cool their heads first. Ugh, this music's creepy.
Yeah. I don't think the ghosts care if you are together or alone. Yeah,
No?
remember
Yeah.
when she killed those students single-handedly?
Yeah, and they were
And
all together.
yeah,
Before my own temper flares, I walk away and slide back into my car. If the door slams with more force than needed, I'd like to blame it on the pent-up anger boiling up in me. I'm not even sure what or who I am angry at. The ghost? At them? Or maybe at myself for being this useless. Because despite none of them saying it, I know, damn it. They're still counting on me.
time for the ghost to catch a ride with Ash. Oh
Yeah,
no.
it's not good because he's alone right now, so. In spite of my failures, or every harsh word I've uttered, or how unbearable I can be as a friend, it's there when the tension after the argument finally breaks, and one by one they follow me and get in the car. It's in concerned glances they shoot my way when I start the engine without a word and drive off. It's in their silence, a heavy gift, their unwavering trust. Yet it's one I'm more than willing to carry, even through my own exhaustion, if only to keep them safe. I feel like at this point, they just have to go to the mansion, right?
Mm-hmm.
They need to talk to Luke and Hannah. They need to find Marianne. And I feel like the final confrontation has to just happen at the mansion.
Yep.
In this city of 68,000 strangers, they're the only ones I have left.
68? Dang it.
So close.
You? Yep.
Though, in all seriousness, a good rest is still our best bet for now. Thinking with an exhausted brain is almost as good as running around in circles. We might as well just throw ourselves at that ghost and be done with this. The local Irish pub may not be the best place to hang around when one hasn't slept a wink or you're stressed. More often than not, it's loud. Hola,
Hi, sir.
Serge! How are you? I'm good, thank you. ¿Cómo está? Sometimes the music played by drunkards grates the ears, and the whole place smells like piss on a bad day. All in all, its very definition of the last place I'll hang around after a wakeful night. But it's safe. Or as safe as it can be with G's security watching the place. Makes it easy to find help in case you might find yourself in a tight spot. You're good is... Oh, you're asking if Coco's with me? No, I have my friend Sign with me today. The place being owned by a person I've implicitly placed my trust on provides some semblance of comfort, too. Gregor, bartender G, or just G to his regular patrons, might be rough around the edges. Sometimes a bit too gruff for a man serving drinks behind the counter, but he belongs to the good folk of this city. If there's anyone in this place I can rely on to look after people important to me, it's probably him. He means well, surprisingly, despite his surly demeanor, cares to some extent for people he likely only sees once or twice a week or on a bad day. Not the best job in the world, in my opinion, but that's exactly it, isn't it? In wine, there is truth. Alcohol, in this case. It loosens the tongue, forces one to let his or her guard down. Whatever inhibitions anyone has, it all flies straight out the window after a few glasses. It has made him observant, too. Always has one or two things to say about someone or something. Most of the time it's me. Opinionated ass. But God knows how many times I've asked for his help. When I'm met with a dead end in a case or I'm in trouble. This time's no different. Oh, so this is the bar that Marianne was at with her friends and she met Luke.
Yep.
As expected, the moment we show up, he's kind enough to offer us a room at the back of his shop. A single look at my face, I don't even need to say anything, and the next thing we know, he's leading us in. No questions asked. Maybe it's also for this reason why I find myself drifting towards his station hours later, after having gotten that much-needed shut-eye. Oh, that's good. At least they did get some sleep.
Yep.
Newly washed drinking glasses and tumblers line the counter surface when I enter the room. Behind the bar, G's busy wiping each of them clean, likely prepping it for tonight's use. Briefly, he glances up at me once I claim one of the empty stools and grab a rocks glass? That looks weird. I don't know. A rocks glass sitting closest to my elbow.
Maybe ice?
I guess. Turning it absent-mindedly in my palm, just to keep my hands occupied, while my brain's busy, still trying to make sense of everything. Even at a dead hour, with only a few patrons milling about, this place still smells strongly of liquor. Honestly, I've never grown fond of it. Regardless of how many times I've made a trip or sat here on the same spot, just talking with the old man. I've never been fond of drinking in the first place. Yeah, he's like me. Yet, oddly, it's the nasty odor of a brewery that helps clear the mind this time. Along with the lack of the establishment's usual hubbub and the occasional clinking of glasses. Even more bizarre is that, through my lack of words, G doesn't say anything. Although it's clear from the way his mouth has curved up in a tight frown that he has questions, a bucket load of it, he wisely keeps it shut. Instead, he simply focuses back on his work. Rinse, wipe, stash away, repeat. Going through the motions with such familiarity, it's almost a trance. Man, this is just making me miss Valhalla.
Same.
And Coffee Talk. You know, those two games were just so great.
And Coffee Talk 2 will release next year in 2023. And I don't know when Nirvana will be released.
Yeah.
There's no news about it.
Yes, I have, Serge. It was a very enjoyable game. I liked it a lot. And Sign even joined me for, I think, 1 or 2 episodes, right?
Maybe 3, I can't remember.
All I remember is you did a really great job voice acting that little girl.
Yep. My shiny moment.
Oh, you platinumed
Ar-
Coffee Talk. I'm sure that means you
Red
got all
Strings-
the achievements, yeah?
Red Strings Club? Huh. Never played that one.
Never heard of it. Is it similar? Like a simulation where you just talk to people and work behind a bar or something?
I have to try it.
Yeah. Watching his precise movements quietly like this, with these thoughts swimming inside my head, it's easy to lose track of everything around me. One solid lead on this, one possible way to sort this out, but will it work? Especially if my assumption's correct, and that the reason Zack was there yesterday morning was because of the curse. Something must have happened there for him to see the need to visit the place that morning. What if the couple has fallen victim to the curse, too? It doesn't fall outside the realm of possibility. I've been so biased, not even thinking that they might be in danger as well. But during the open house with Isabella, they might have seen the letter and... Shoot.
Stupid, stupid, stupid. Some fucking detective I am.
Oof. Oh, it's more about mixing drinks to try and get info out of people? Oh, that sounds interesting, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for telling us about that.
And I share the Steam page on your DM.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Also, I like the art style. It's pixel art.
Oh, okay. That's likely the moment when Cooper saw it. If the logic holds, I need to hurry there right away. And if there are answers anywhere, it would be there. It should be there, where all this frickin' mess started. It's not only my life on the line here, there are others. What happened to us, I won't wish on anyone else, no matter how much I loathe them. Or how complicated all of this has suddenly become. The letter. The woman. The mansion. And now, there are the voices lacing venom inside every crevice in my head. Murmurs that jeer, scoff, and deride whenever an opportunity presents itself.
It's because you did this.
Oh.
Oh god.
Whose voice is that? That sounded weird.
It's
I
all
don't
your
know.
fault.
Oh.
Why won't you believe me?
Oh god.
Was that supposed to be Zack, the first one? Because that didn't even sound like him. A reminder of what I failed to do and of who I failed. At some point, they all begin to blur together, twining and coiling. Every horrid image and memory of her, seeking the forefront of my mind. No matter how much I refuse to remember the fear I felt then, to push it as far back as I can, the visions come to me like a deluge. And before I know it, before I can drown, another voice pulls me out of it.
You doing good there, boy?
Why is this guy everywhere? Did they do this on purpose? Isn't this the same voice actor who plays the priest,
No.
Father Norman, and then he also plays the chief, the detective inspector or whatever?
Yeah. Yeah, he's everywhere.
Why did they do this? They were like, well, we don't want to create a new character, so we'll just keep using this guy over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a shame when I heard about the creator of Coffee Talk. That was sad.
Mm-hmm.
His hand is on my shoulders, gripping it tightly and giving me a light shake. Yep, that's him.
Hey, he's not faceless anymore.
Yeah. There's relief in his face when I finally look up at him, although his frown appears more distinct than the concern in his eyes. I'm just glad that Professor Andrew didn't look the same too.
Yeah.
It's deeper now, marred with worry and agitation. He does let go when I offer him a small nod, but the furrow between his eyebrows never leaves his face. He always has a knack for reading people, after all, even someone who can be as closed off or distant like me. In all the time I've spent in the Force, there's only one other person who's as keen as this old guy. The Chief, his twin brother! Funny, and weird to some degree. I've pointed it out to him so many times before how much they look alike and sound alike, only for the observation to be brushed off with a vehement tone. I've never brought it up again after the third time, out of respect for the guy. Whatever it is, it's clear it's something he doesn't want to talk about. Man, they must be twin brothers who had a falling out or something.
Maybe.
Why push, right? However, during times like this, it's impossible for the thought not to come up. He even has the glare down pat. Under his wordless scrutiny, I feel like a damn rookie again.
Okay, game, need to chill with the four breaks.
You're looking a bit green. Sure you got plenty of rest back there? You were only out for an hour or two. Wouldn't hurt to try and get some sleep. I'll keep an eye out.
No need. Don't worry about me. I won't be able to get some sleep anyway.
Not with her face still a clear picture in my head, no.
I heard that from you before. Not buying it. What's the story this time? This as bad as that case with the guy who ate his own eyeball?
Oh my god.
I wish it were. Jesus, stop reminding me. I hated that case. If I didn't know any better, I'd say you get a kick out of telling people about it.
It's useful, you know, for blokes who don't know their limits. Sends them right out the door after I start with a description. Or was it the part when the poor schmuck gouged his eyes out?
Oh my god.
Nasty, awful, icky stuff, and it gets the job done. Like I said, useful. Don't even need to call security these days if I want to kick someone out. Anyway, pretty sure that pales in comparison to whatever this is now. I haven't seen you this stressed out since they closed that case. The one from 10 years ago with your professor friend.
Abigail and her team weren't able to solve that one, G. No one has been able to. It just went cold.
Same difference. But what do I know, eh? I just serve drinks, listen to people's problems and their whining, then make sure they get home safe afterwards. Thing is, I'm also not blind, kiddo. And you can bet your ass I can tell when a person's about to fall apart.
What? Is this some form of therapy from you? Are you going to offer me free drinks now?
Really, I can use some right now. Something to numb the senses. Oh! So Surge has redeemed Quench the Thirst, so I gotta drink some water and a stretch. Alright.
I don't have water with me, but I can stretch.
Alright. By the way, we're only gonna go for another 10 minutes and then I have to get going.
Yeah, getting late here.
Okay. Alright, the stretch feels good. Thank you, Surge.
Thanks, Serge.
I do like how his name is just G. It's cool.
Yeah. Also, I like how his name is just GS, though he's from a gang.
Ooh, Jack in the Box. Enjoy. I've never tried it, but I hope it's good.
Nice.
But when has that helped anyone?
In your dreams, kid. Last time someone gave you the hard stuff, your photographer friend had to haul you out of this place almost half naked.
Oh my.
Oh my god, I want to know more about that.
I think more like Sign wanted to see it.
Oh no, I don't want to see it. I just want to know about some stuff. That's all.
Uh-huh. The corruption is almost complete, you guys.
Oh no! I can imagine the tentacles.
And you bring up tentacles again. Oh dear.
I had to.
So that reminds me, I was watching have you heard of Cowboy Bebop?
Yeah, but never watch it.
Yeah, so I just started watching it a while back for the first time, and I was watching it with Coco, and then at one point of this one episode that was a really weird, stupid, crazy episode, there was like this creature that was like a gooey slime monster, and I was like, "Oh, slime monster! Ooh, is it gonna have tentacles?" And then it kind of did, and I was like, "Oh, Sign would love this." And then I kept saying, "Oh, I hope this is like almost like hentai," and they were like, "No." And then it turned out to be more horror than hentai.
Oh god.
And I was like, "Oh, never mind. Sign would not like this."
Hey, I can handle my liquor when I put my mind to it.
Sure, Ash.
Not from what I've seen, nope. Besides, you
again,
usually avoid drinking. Either way, it's out of the equation.
Then again, I can't handle it either. One cup and I'm already buzzed and dizzy.
Oh, wow. Well, I can't judge, because after one, I'm usually sleepy. I just get sleepy.
And sleepy.
And when
After a
booze
few
no longer
minutes.
counts, we just talk. So, talk. It's not like anyone within earshot will care. That chap over there only wants his cricket matches.
I doubt you believe it, G.
I've heard worse stuff. Try me.
Imagine we tell him and he's like, "Oh, I've heard of that before."
You know that mansion down at Anslem?
Yeah, who doesn't? You live in this town long enough, it's impossible not to hear a thing or two about it. Bloody locals.
Well, my friend found a primitive version of a chain letter in there. Now that we've seen it, we're cursed.
A beat passes. For a long moment, G stands there, unmoving. His hand stops short of placing the glass he's been wiping prior back to a rack on his left.
Damn, can handle ghosts, wouldn't use his gun, now he can't even hold his liquor.
Right? What kind of detective is he? All while he stares at me with eyes that are nothing short of scrutinizing. He probably assumes I'm joking. Who wouldn't? Not a week ago, I've been put in the same position. Even now, in spite of the things I've seen and heard, it simply won't sink in.
Oh, this image.
Or maybe this is just desperation creeping in? The idea that I may not be able to find a way out of this. Whatever the case is, for people who hasn't experienced what I'm going through, this will merely sound like an awful Halloween prank.
It's not a prank.
This must have been what Isabella felt the whole time we made fun of her that day.
This isn't a prank! I saw something!
Now it's too late. We're stuck in a never-ending nightmare, where the only way out might be death. And like I've expected, G's reaction to it? An amused laughter. It booms throughout the whole pub after a long bout of silence, like I've just told him a particularly funny joke.
Okay. Good one, kid.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yes, Zach is very tall.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to spill. No one's forcing you. Seriously, though. Good one.
Although I want to be angry with him, I can't find it in myself. Can't even muster the energy for a scowl or a glare. Nothing but a taste of my own medicine to temper the annoyance bubbling up in me, I suppose. In the end, echoing her words is the best I can do.
It's not a joke.
Yeah, all right. Good luck with that. You're on your own.
Oof.
Here, I thought you didn't have an ounce of humor in that body. Guess I'm wrong.
He shakes his head, lets out another chuckle before returning to his task. By now, almost half of the glasses have been put away. The only ones remaining are the smaller kind used for shots and stemmed ones for cocktails. Despite being busy with this task, his amusement does not entirely disappear from his face. He keeps talking as if I'm simply another customer he entertains with his stories. But we both know it's more than that, if the wistful expression on him says anything.
Man, can't believe you're the same rookie who walked in here almost a decade ago. Too smart for his own good, that boy. Has always been 2 steps ahead of things. Now he's here, sulking.
I must have screwed up somewhere then.
I must have screwed up a lot. For things to suddenly shift like this, for me to become a mere shadow of the person I used to be.
Nah, I don't think so. This one, screwed up? Not by a mile. It's too early to say. You've still got several years ahead of you, Holmes. Take it easy. But some things change, eh? It has been years, and you were a kid back then. You know, the sort that's a bit unsure, making all the horrible decisions in life he'd eventually be embarrassed to talk about.
You never stopped calling me kid, though.
Well, you still are. It's just that this time, you're sure of who that badge and gun is for. What was it you police types usually say? To protect and serve, yeah?
A significant pause follows at its heels. From both of us, as he allows its meaning to sink in and spur something in me, stirring a feeling both heavy and forceful, but not completely unwelcome. Familiar. Though before I can even clarify what he's trying to imply, or gather my thoughts on the matter, G turns away to begin his work on the silverwares. After the argument at the park, Ashton took his friends someplace where they could rest. G welcomed them to his pub without question. While the others were sleeping, the detective and the bartender had a little chat about the past and what had changed over the years. Okay, I think this is a good spot to leave it. So, thank you guys so much for coming out and watching the stream, and to all my new followers. And thank you, Chikorita, for the raid. And thank you, Sign, as always, for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Alright, well, that's it for me. Thanks for coming. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, have a great rest of your time zone. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.